Hello everyone, welcome to AstrologyNewsReport.com. Today is September 7th, 2014.
Presenting an alternate view of world events as seen through the lens of Vedic astrology.
I'm Ron Berger.
And I'm David Anton Savage. Let's take a look at the week that was.
Venus, the planet of negotiations and agreements, is in Leo, the sign of leaders and governments, and opposed by Neptune, the planet of illusions, deception, and suspicion.
Last week, at the close of a two-day NATO summit, President Obama said he was skeptical that a new ceasefire in Ukraine would hold, and announced a new round of sanctions against Russia just in case a permanent peace deal does fail. And today, it looks like things are back on tilt.
And at the same NATO summit, the leaders announced a coalition to fight the Islamic State militants. Mars went into Scorpio last Friday. Mars is the planet of comrades. Scorpio is the sign of alliances.
Let me get this straight. The motley crew that is going to counter the Islamic State is now comprised of the U.S., NATO, a patchwork of reluctant Mideast allies, the Kurdish separatists, and Iran. Really, what could go wrong?
Truly. Sounds pretty scorpionic to me, as in, ends justifies the means.
All right, well, going on to another sector of the astrological scene, we have Ketu, the significator of the unseen world, representing for viruses, and its conjunction with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, amplifies the potential for emergencies.
The Ebola epidemic in Western Africa is evidently spiraling out of control. The poverty of the countries affected has made an adequate response impossible without significantly more outside help. Last week, the official number of dead tops 2,000. The official number of cases almost 4,000.
Astrologically, the outlook does not look good. Uranus and Ketu both creep along in the heavens, and they are getting closer and closer together this winter, indicating an intensification of this energy pattern in the months ahead.
All right, and in another area, when Mercury entered Virgo, the planet of the media began a relationship with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected. Results were immediately forthcoming.
A hacker group got access to nude photos of a number of high-profile female celebrities and posted them on the internet. These were images that the women themselves had stored on their iPhones. That is to say, stored on the iCloud.
This, of course, immediately became a sensation, pumped up further by the prurient interests of, well, just about everyone. Apple is very upset. The FBI is investigating.
Rule number 1, never put anything on a computer that cannot be put on a billboard next to the expressway.
Mercury is the planet of speech and communication. Uranus adds the quality of the sudden and unexpected. Vladimir Putin, in what he thought was a private phone conversation, told European Commission President Jose Barroso, "If I want to, I can take Kiev in 2 weeks."
The EC Prez leaked the comment to the media, igniting a firestorm of criticism, protests, and condemnation of Mr. Putin. Rule number 2, don't say things over the phone that you don't want to see in the headlines the next day.
And, not to be left out of the Mercury-Uranus shock media fest, ISIS posted another video of the beheading of yet another American journalist they'd been holding, Stephen Sotloff. U.S. politicians wasted no time in condemning the heinous act.
Rule number 3, posting barbaric execution videos of Americans on the internet invites Hellfire missiles and 500-pound bombs to be aimed in your general direction.
Okay, Venus is the planet of money, value, and cost. Neptune is the planet of idealism. The two have been opposite in the heavens since the end of August. Saturn, the planet of workers, is still in Venus's sign, Libra. a sign signifying balance and fairness, i.e., another idealist.
Last week, thousands of fast food workers across the nation went out on strike, demanding a long overdue livable wage. Hundreds were arrested. This is also another manifestation of the rebellious energy of Uranus and Ketu in the fourth house of the USA chart. In the country's chart, the fourth house is the house of the common people.
Besides manifesting as a virus epidemic and as unsettlement in the people, the Uranus-Ketu combination in Pisces is also the energy of catastrophe in a water sign, which results in flooding.
Torrential monsoon rains in eastern Pakistan and Kashmir have sent rivers over their banks and flooded villages in that part of the world. To date, over 200 people have died. Forecasters say more rain is expected, increasing the potential for an even greater disaster.
And with that, we conclude this week's Review of the Week. Be sure to click in with us next week.
And you can get daily updates of astrological developments by following us on Twitter at Astro News Report.